live from the Roach Room Nest, it's Tyler, Chris, and nobody else but Baby Yoda and our religion that we made for him. Here we go.
Okay, whatever the fuck that intro was. That was cool, though.
Yeah, whatever, dude.
Whatever.
Fuck it.
He said, and no one else!
Yeah.
Because jackass.
I'm so used to being like, and somebody else, but nobody else is here.
It's fun when it's us
just
two,
us.
man.
Yeah, dude, I like it.
Tickle and pickles.
Fuck it.
Fuck it.
Yeah.
Chuck it in the fuck it bucket.
Let's fucking get into
Dude,
this
episode
bullshit,
5,
dude.
Gunslinger.
Episode 5. So let's think about this in a broad spectrum real quick. We
Gun-
got 3 more episodes left in the entire series.
Yes.
Right off the cuff here, the episode's called Gunslinger. Created by Jon Favreau.
Right off the fucking bat here, why the fuck is it called Gunslinger? Nothing. That entire episode had anything to do with that.
I was thinking kind of the same thing.
Nothing. Little pissed.
This episode for me is
dude,
kind of weird.
The title had me hype as fuck, dude. And then I watched it, I'm like, where's the action? Because we were, Matt, you were here last time.
Right.
Talking about episode 4.
Mm-hmm.
And going through history, episode 1, he was a badass. Episode 2, he was a bum. Episode 3, he was a badass. Episode 4, he was in the middle.
Yeah.
Talking from history, he should have been a fucking badass in this episode.
And he was in the middle again.
That way. He was,
for me, he was in the middle.
He was in the middle a little. Yeah. Just because he didn't do, like, I guess when I want to say, like, the fight sequences, there wasn't any. But, like, the smarts.
Like, there
smarts.
was, like, 2, but they were like, very lackluster.
His thought process was really prominent.
God, now that I think about it, I don't know if I like this episode.
I don't like this episode. I didn't.
All right. With that being said,
off the bat, I didn't like this episode.
Let's get into it.
Not as bad as episode 2.
Yeah.
But
not as good as the other ones.
Yeah, was not a fan of this episode.
Directed by Dave Filoni, created by Jon Favreau. Episode's called Gunslinger. We open with a space fight sequence here.
Oh yeah.
And someone is shooting at Mando. We get some
another bounty hunter.
Yeah, we get
100%.
some cutbacks here and there to where they're fighting, shooting lasers at each other, and then Mando hits the brakes, and basically the ship ricochets off of one of Mando's engines, and the guy before that happens, Jesus Christ, the guy
pilot, the other pilot,
the brakes. He says, I can bring you in hot or I can bring you in cold. And for some reason, Mando can hear that.
Yeah, he said that to him. Well, he like connected to his ship. You know how you can.
Okay.
You can do that in Star Wars.
I just didn't catch that, so I was just kind of like, what? Like he can hear him? Right?
Well, it didn't. That's because it didn't show it in Mando's cockpit.
Right.
It showed it in the other fighter pilots.
Right.
Shit. So it didn't really.
Right.
There's one point.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just put my finger on the table here
mm-hmm.
and see how many points I can count that's being taken off. Go ahead.
Oh wow.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Because I did not enjoy this episode at all.
Fair enough.
I really did not.
No, I like that. That's fine. Keep it going. Mando then at that time breaks. Sorry, for the flashback, flash forward. And says, "That's my line," and blasts the dude into smithereens. I thought that was pretty cool. Like the fight sequence was cool.
That was pretty cool because when he shot his engine and his engine kind of failed.
Yeah.
Mando hit the brakes, obviously, and the guy flew right over top of him.
Right.
Kind of blasted a little bit at the top of his ship, whatever. But at the same time, he flies by him, and can't.
Really?
Yeah. At the same time, he flies by him, and then that's when he proceeds to say, "That's my line," and centers him and smashes him.
Right.
And that's that, and then he blows the fucking other fighter pilot up.
Right. At that time, we get the beginning credits here, and it flashes to the opening credits. We get the whole Mandalorian sequence here, and then it cuts to them floating out in space. The engine's kind of blown out.
It's kind of puttering, like kind of like a raggedy ass car.
Right.
Like
yeah,
a little
like
beater.
going in and out. Mando's trying to restore power and like movement to the ship. He's like going in and out. Like,
he cut it off.
Flipping buttons.
Completely.
Yeah.
He cut it off completely, and then he tried again, and it didn't work.
Right.
And then it's like he kind of rerouted his power supply.
Right.
Which means he knows his fucking ship. Sweet.
Yeah.
Good for him. Thankfully. Because if he didn't, I'd be. There's point number 2 taken off.
When he got it back on,
it fired right up, but it was still kind of putting out.
did that seem kind of cheeseball?
Yes. It fires right up on fucking auxiliary power. Yeah. No, dude. That shit don't fucking happen.
Okay, and I don't want to get too in depth.
Nothing's wrong. I'm bashing this episode.
No, I know. I'm totally cool with that. I just mean in the essence of length.
Yeah.
I just mean when he got it back on. I just didn't. I was like, why is this even here? I was like, why don't you just make Mando be able to evade the lasers and fuck this dude up? Why is this even
right?
here?
He didn't. Honestly, it didn't make him seem like a good pilot at all.
Well, like
his ship's also a lot bigger and can't move like that other fucking dude.
For me, it just seemed
he couldn't do that.
misplaced. I'm like, what? Why does he need to be floating out in space? There's no urgency here.
Right.
Like he got it back on in 30 seconds.
That, and he was already pretty close to his destination, which was
Tatooine. Yeah. Which was cool.
That was
totally cool.
That was a fucking throwback, dude. He walked in. Who was it that contacted him when he was flying? It was like the base commander or some type of shit like that.
Yeah, whatever.
Like, what is it? Flight control?
Sure.
Ground control to Major Tom. Whatever you want to fucking say. They had him land in a certain bay.
Yeah. And as Mando is getting into the atmosphere and talking to this person, he refers to it as Planet 35. I thought is what I heard.
Hangar. Hangar 35.
Hangar 35.
Hangar
My
35.
bad, then.
It wasn't
Okay.
even 35.
Misspoken then. Sorry.
It was just Hangar 35. Yeah.
Okay. So as the ship goes into the planet's atmosphere here, we see that the ship's a little fucked up.
A little fucked up, yeah.
Yeah.
He just got in a little fender bender. But
it's like
his engine
like
almost
said,
blew the fuck up, but it restarted anyway, you know.
Like you said before, it's like puttering. You can tell it's a little bashed.
It's got a hole in his exhaust pipe, you know. Sounded like shit, looked like shit.
Right. He lands in the hangar.
Yep. He kind of tucks Baby Yoda in because Yoda's fucking straight snoozing. He's passed out.
Right.
Somehow.
Right.
Don't understand how, but
right.
whatever, that's cool.
Yeah. As well as like one of those things where like in my notes I said he puts Baby Yoda to bed. Droids come out and he shoots at the droids because obviously
he wasn't shooting to kill either.
Well,
just to get him to stop fucking running towards the ship because he doesn't want them fixing it.
Yeah, and this part made sense to me because
no droids.
like the previous planets he's been on, there's been Jawas and stuff like that, like who have fucked his ship completely up, and he's had to rebuild it, and get a lot of help. So it's like fuck that, I'm not going through that again. So that was cool. I enjoyed that. There's a crazy old lady behind a window.
Dude, she was kind of cool though.
Kind of. I guess. Like we barely see her, in my opinion. I'm like,
he's got to go barter for what's it called?
Bitch.
He's literally got to go barter for fucking fuck. Like upgrades, or like fixes.
I thought he needed to go get a job to get money.
Well, so she comes out and she's
he only had 500 Imperial credits.
She checked 50.
I thought you said 500.
He had said 50.
Huh.
Yeah. So he had to. She came out and just checked the ship out anyway.
I have my notes of 500 Imperial credits. Come on, man.
It might be. It might not be. But
you're probably right.
She also said that's it. Like
right.
That,
Yeah.
like they ain't worth shit.
Right.
At all.
Right.
And he's like, well, let me go into town. I'll get you more money. And she goes, yeah, I've heard that before.
Right.
But she's also speaking to a Mandalorian, which I would say would be good for their word. For the most part.
It's tough to say because at this point in the Star Wars timeline, Mandalorians aren't really Mandalorians anymore.
Yeah, they're like half-breeds. Not really.
Well, they just take in anybody.
Yeah.
They take in
like
anyone,
refugees.
and then they bring on the code.
Yeah, they teach them I was going to say.
Right.
Teach them the way of the Mandalorian.
Yeah, like
Jango
Fett and Boba Fett, both of them, not Mandalorians.
Not true Mandalorians.
No,
right.
They're not. They're just the best
I mean,
fighters.
you and I know that. They were, Boba was taught by his father.
Right,
Jango.
but that's what I'm saying. Like Jango Fett was.
I keep saying Jango.
Yeah, Jango Fett was considered a good combat fighter for a soldier to be inputted into a clone, and that's why they cloned him. But Jango Fett, I mean, obviously we all know Mace Windu beheads him, but he's not a Mandalorian. Like that's
not a true Mandalorian, correct? Yeah.
No, not at all. Like he just takes on the code, so he has kind of the exact same role that this Mandalorian has.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So yeah.
But she checks out his ship and sees that he's got a fuel leak. He actually mentioned that before,
right?
As well. He goes, there's a small fuel leak,
right?
So we knew that as soon as she fucking said it, that there was gonna be that, and she's like, it's gonna cost more because it's gonna take more time because she's only gonna use droids,
right?
Because they're quick and efficient, apparently, right there.
They're
also on Tatooine.
Yeah, which is cool.
Yeah,
I was like, God damn!
I was impressed. I was like, they're rolling. That shit almost got blown the fuck up.
Well, and it looked like Tatooine.
It did.
As well.
All the fucking sand.
Yeah, the sand people. I mean, like even the droids were very reminiscent of the old movies and stuff like that. So that was cool.
I'll say this: when he walks into the cantina, what was the other cantina? What was the other planet that had the other one with what's his name?
Jabba?
No, the bounty hunter guy.
Boba
Fett? It was no, literally like fucking last episode. 2 episodes ago. With all the Mandalorian coming to save his ass with the blaster, the Gatling blaster. What was the planet?
When he finds Baby Yoda?
What was the planet? No.
Oh, I have no idea. Sargon?
They literally just they mentioned it because that's where he was when he got into the shootout with all them. Whatever.
Oh, when he goes up
starts
against
with
the
a D.
guild?
Yes.
I don't remember.
You didn't write that down in your fucking notes?
No.
You motherfucker. Whatever.
Man, that took a lot. I'm just
saying. This is my point. The cantina on Tatooine looked. I want to say it's a mirror image of the other one. It was cheeseballs to me.
Wow.
Because you walked in and the bar looks exactly the same, and it's on a completely different planet.
Oh,
it looks exactly the same as the other one.
I know what you mean.
Just empty because they don't deal with bounty hunters anymore on Tatooine.
I now
hated it.
Now that you say that, I actually didn't catch that. I actually didn't mind this scene, to be honest.
I didn't mind the scene in general, like what happened during it.
Like the layout of the
layout
cantina,
of the cantina looked exactly like it did on the other planet.
I didn't even think of that, to be honest. But now that you say it, I'm like, oh my God, he's so right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's actually really crazy. Wow. Yeah, I didn't think about that at all.
Pissed me off.
I can understand why.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can understand why.
Reskin.
Reskin. I love it. Sorry, that's really funny to me. That's amazing.
Well, yeah, because people are now playing that game again, too. A couple people already downloaded it.
What?
Reskin.
Reskin
Central. Bungie? Destiny?
Oh. Come on.
Yeah. All right, back to fucking
Jesus
Mandalorian.
Christ. Right.
And the mirror image cantinas on Tatooine. Fuck off.
So I got man,
You got any in your notes? What?
I got a bunch of notes before he walks into the cantina. I'm just gonna abridge them real quick.
Okay.
Crazy old lady calls Mando a swamp rat. I don't like it.
Womp rat.
Womp rat.
No swamp.
Sorry.
Womp.
I even said womp rat. I just slurred my speech.
You just
Yeah. So anyway.
too much Rocktown for this motherfucker.
There you go. So she calls
Speaking
him a
of which,
womp rat.
Cheers.
Go ahead. She calls him a womp rat. I don't like that.
Well, she also doesn't know that
Listen,
he's.
I don't give a fuck. Don't call my man a womp rat.
Don't call my man shit, but Mando.
When Mando goes into the alley, he sees a bunch of dope-ass, broken-ass stormtrooper helmets on spikes.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude. Spiked? Oh, I forgot
That was really
about
cool.
that.
You and me
That's
had
literally
pointed
the
out,
cover picture for the episode, too.
Yeah, you and me had pointed out there was one, or well, you pointed out there was a dope-looking helmet where it had the eye. It looked like a blaster.
I thought you had like a toy stormtrooper helmet for a minute.
I have a Killzone helmet upstairs.
Eh.
Oh my!
All right,
fridge.
well, for those Star Wars fans, the stormtrooper helmet, as usual, has, dude, honestly, the cut in it over
was
the
right down
over
the
the
middle
eye,
of the eye.
it looked like a fucking lightsaber cut. That would have
Yeah.
been fire.
Oh.
And then there was like a blaster bullet directly through the
Yeah.
fucking
I was gonna
eye.
say it
Dude,
definitely
was
looked like a
sweet.
blaster.
That was
bullet to
fucking
me.
sweet, dude.
It was dope though. That was it. It's weird being a Star Wars fan and seeing that and being like, whoa, but
Like I've never seen that before, but
Yeah,
it's happened in now fucking 8 movies.
yeah, but to me, I was just
Yeah.
like, that's so cool. Like, I don't know.
They
I'm
were,
a nerd.
dude. It literally looked Game of Thrones, bro.
Yeah, it was cool.
There was at
like
least
that.
9 or 10, 9, 10, 15.
There was a lot.
There was a lot, dude.
Yeah, there
It
was
cool.
definitely a lot.
And they were all obviously fucking dead.
Yeah, for sure.
The
It
helmets
was
are
definitely
all-
like trophy.
helmets were all fucked up. Yeah, they were definitely trophies. Yeah.
So
was
after
crazy.
that happens, it cuts to the old woman. She hears a noise in the ship.
Dude,
obviously
what
it's
was
yeah,
that
it's-
noise?
Well, that's Baby Yoda.
I know, but did you hear it?
He's
No, it sounded like a growl, like a deep growl from a 50-year-old baby.
dude. He's waking up. He's yawning. So she approaches this. She approaches the ship, and then she sees Baby Yoda.
Wee Man's
and-
just walking down the ramp.
Yeah,
I thought he was
like,
gonna
"What's
trip,
up?"
dude. I
Yeah,
thought he
it
was gonna
dope.
fall, bro.
It was funny. She picked him up and she just immediately was like, "I'm gonna care for you," and that I
Yeah,
was
well-
like, "Damn, that's dope." Well, I know. And then in
Honestly,
my notes,
hold on. Before that,
yeah,
what he's wearing literally looks like a miniature potato sack, and he's in like a fucking potato sack. Right?
I love it. I love him.
Can't.
I would
Okay.
take a bullet for him. She in my notes I say she says she's gonna babysit Baby Yoda and charge Mando extra for it. What a bitch.
Fucking low bone bitch.
So yeah, so then it cuts to Mando. He walks in the alley in the cantina, like we said. Now we're back in present time. He's looking for work.
He's back in the reskinned cantina.
And then in my notes
Okay.
in parentheses and exclamation points, I say, he's on fucking Tatooine. Whoa! Because in this episode, this is when you find out he's on Tatooine.
Well, for you Star Wars nerds, you know that motherfucker almost got blown the fuck up.
Right. Yeah, for sure. Damn, I got a silencio. My bad, dude. I'm sorry.
You need to get it the fucking together.
I know.
Lock it up.
Sorry.
Don't
Big
put your
ol'
phone there,
fart
dude.
sound.
I can't see you.
Sorry. Jesus. So anyway,
He's in the canteen and he meets,
Calican.
well,
Calican.
aspiring bounty hunter,
Bitch ass motherfucker.
Toro Calican.
Yeah, he meets this dude named Calican.
After the bartender also said, the droid bartender was like, well, there's no bounty hunter business
On
being done on
Tatooine.
Tatooine at all anymore. So he's kind of fucked to go try to find a bounty puck and everything.
Yeah.
And that's when Toro, I'm just gonna call him Toro because that's his fucking name. Says,
No,
hey,
it's Calican.
his name is Toro Calican. Are you okay?
He meets Toro Calican.
Are you
right?
okay?
I have it in my notes. call him Toro, man. I just thought that was like, I was like, what?
I can't, dude.
Sorry.
Can't.
Jesus Christ, dude.
So he meets him and he's like, "Hey, man,
Yeah.
I got fucking work that you can do.
Sure.
You can help me out." Basically, he says you can help me out with this bounty.
Right.
Amando's like, "Well, how long have you been in the guild?" And he goes, what did he say?
He says he's been in the guild for a really
Long enough.
enough.
He says long enough, and Mando's like, he ain't having. He's like,
obviously not, because
bullshit.
you shared the
You
bounty with me.
yeah, you don't share bounties.
Right.
So, yeah, fucking idiot.
This dude, Calican, obviously is a fucking nub when it comes to bounty hunting.
Straight trash.
And, right. And basically,
he's not even in it for the money. Every other bounty hunter's in it for the money, dude.
He wants to be
Every
known.
other bounty hunter's in it for the money, always.
He explains to Mando he's after this girl named
Fennec?
Fennec.
What's her last name? Her last name's in there. I saw you write it.
I wrote it down.
She's an assassin.
Yeah,
for,
she's a famous assassin
very
for
famous.
crime syndicates.
Yeah.
She's killed people, including some of the Hutts.
No, she worked for some of the Hutts.
I thought
she was an assassin for the Hutt family. Dude.
Sorry.
This guy.
I'm sorry.
I'm going to have to take notes now. Good gravy. All right.
Dude, I really tried, though. I mean, dude, you saw me typing the whole time.
I did, but you were typing the wrong shit.
Wow. Yeah, you're right. Fuck.
Whatever. She's a fucking.
She worked for the Hutts.
She's a high-end mercenary.
Badass.
She's a high-end mercenary. She's
dope.
Yeah, she's
and
fucking.
She's hot.
We'll get to that.
Okay.
And she's Asian. We'll get to that though. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Come here, mama.
Oh my god, dude. No way. All right. Anyway.
He's Mando sees the price of the bounty,
right?
Like what he's gonna get paid out, and Calican's like, "Dude, you can keep the money. I'm not worried about it." Did you turn that on?
Off.
Thank God. I'm sweating.
Sorry.
So I mean, all right. Toro says you can keep the money. It looked like it was like 71. I don't know if that's the number of the bounty.
Right.
Like 71,000 or something.
Something around there.
Is that the number of the bounty, or is that how much you're getting paid?
Imperial credits.
Is that how much you're getting paid?
Yeah.
I don't know. That's why I did want to know that, because I saw it when he was talking. What was the other fucking bounty hunter guild head? The black guy.
You're talking about Carl
Weathers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, just call him Carl.
I didn't
Weathers.
even know.
I have it in my notes. If you really want me to, I can like sift through.
What, his name?
Yeah.
No, I'm not worried about
show.
that. I'm just saying, because when Carl Weathers pulled the other pucks out for that one time,
Yeah.
I saw numbers, but I didn't know if that was the bounty number, and that's how it was tracked,
No,
or if that was the payment type.
I'm pretty sure that's the Imperial credit wager for them,
Okay.
or it's their code for like their name and blah,
yeah,
blah,
right.
blah,
Well,
blah.
no, it can't be that, because the last 3 digits are their age, right?
Right.
And her shit was 710000. That's all it was. It wasn't a random number like that.
7. What was it?
It was 71, and then
So maybe 710.
5 zeros, 4 zeros.
710 credits, Imperial credits, maybe.
700,000.
Yeah,
That's what I'm thinking.
maybe.
That's what I think. I'm not entirely sure though.
And if you think about it too,
Correct us if we're wrong, please. YouTube comments.
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong. What the fuck does that number mean?
well, and if you think about it too, if that's the cost of her, the Carl Weathers said in their previous engagement that Mando said Imperial credits don't spend
Like
they
everything
used
else.
to,
Right.
because the Empire's gone.
Yep.
So it's like one of those things where it's like, 710,000 might be like
That might be decent.
I don't know, the equivalency of like
$1,000.
$25,000 maybe.
I mean, that sounds decent, because
Yeah,
it's a high end bounty. You're gonna get paid a lot.
How much
So
fuel
710?
is that bucket taking up, though? His
Especially
ship
with that
takes
fuel
up
leak,
a lot
brother.
of fuel. Yeah, right. That's what I'm saying, dude. So,
But still, yeah.
right. So, obviously, Calican admits to Mando this is his first job.
bounty.
He's trying to get into the guild of bounty hunters and Mandalorians. Mando,
I wouldn't even say that. He's just trying to get into the bounty hunters guild in general.
Fair enough.
Not with the Mandalorians.
Mando agrees to his stuff.
That's because he's the one getting all the money at this point. That's why he agrees.
Calican destroys. Sorry.
I'm not saying sorry for me.
He destroys his fob.
Oh, yeah, he goes, as long as I can hold the bounty tracker.
Like a dumbass. He says he has it memorized.
And it's all in his head.
Mando's like, fuck you.
He
I
was
have
mad
in
as
parentheses.
shit,
I have in parentheses. I don't trust.
If he had a facial expression, it'd be the bitch flipping the table over.
Right. That's a really good one. Fuck! Yeah.
Fuck! Stupid.
Mando comes back to the woman. Her repairs take longer than expected. He walks away and meets Calican with 2 speeders. Calican recognizes that he has a little baby Thang with him. Doesn't really understand.
Yeah, he kind of like,
he
he doesn't like scoff, but he's like,
what the fuck is that?
Whatever. Yeah.
They ride off into the dunes. It looks badass. They
dude,
stop.
that's actually well done. That was very well done.
I thought that sequence was cool.
As much bashing as I'm gonna do to the rest of this shit, the speeders, as rust bucket as they were, even Mando mentioned that they didn't look good. The whole riding sequence looked very good.
Yeah,
it looked very well done.
I agree.
I am happy about that.
Mando tells Cal to stop and look ahead. They both look at Tusken Raiders. 2 appear out of nowhere.
That's because fucking Toro was like, they can stay the hell out of our way. And he goes, ew, why don't you fucking tell it to their face? And they fucking like,
and they're just there.
And he goes, oh, shit.
Yeah.
He almost pooped himself.
And Mando negotiates with them. He gives them Calican's binocs. And they allow them to pass through. Mando stops again and tells Cal to get down. They see a dewback or dewclaw.
Dewback.
Dewback.
It was a dewback.
Sorry.
It's like an oversized blurg.
Yeah, it looks. It's something you can ride on, like a camel.
Yeah. That treks the dunes.
Yeah. Someone is dead on
Literally
it.
getting dragged behind it.
yeah. Which was kind of. I was like, what? What the fuck? They investigate and they come to the conclusion that it's another bounty hunter. And then they get ambushed.
Dude, I thought he was going to take the fob. It didn't really show him taking it. It just showed him, like, pulling it out of the waistband of the guy.
Sure.
I thought he was going to take it entirely and we were going to see it the next, like, deeper into the episode.
Right.
That he was, like, getting closer because I thought he was going to sneak off behind Toro's back.
Yeah, and they end up getting sniped, and we see a couple cuts back and forth between Mando, Calican, and Fetz.
Did you happen to write down what the weapon was? It was a modified MK.
Yeah, I got it.
You have that because he said that. He's like, she has that blaster's range is crazy.
It says they get ambushed. She's sniping them. Mando gets hit twice. The rifle that Fetz, the person they're hunting down, is using is called an MK modified rifle.
I thought it was like an MK9. I thought they said something about that.
Nah, it was just MK
It was just an MK modified rifle. That
Mm-hmm.
motherfucker had a thermal scope on that bitch, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, when it showed her face, dude, it looked like. You ever watch A Knight's Tale? One of my favorite movies of all time.
Oh, yeah.
You remember the ending armor that he's got?
Yeah.
That helmet where he's just got the eye slit.
The two, yeah.
Was so fucking badass.
Yeah, yeah.
But like when it zoomed in on her, she pulled it down instead of pulling it up, which I thought was kind of different. I was like, I figured she can't take that motherfucker off that way, obviously. But like to give her more vision, dude, her helmet is fire.
It was cool.
Yeah.
it says in my notes here that Mando gets hit twice. Obviously, like I just said. They wait until dark.
Well, he gets hit twice.
Mm-hmm.
He goes back to Toro.
Yep.
And he's like, she has a modified rifle. And what was the material that his shit's made out of?
Beskar.
Beskar.
Yep.
It took direct hits. It wasn't just like, zing. It wasn't like a skim.
No, it's like
it took
battle damage.
It took direct hits and no damage. And he goes,
battle damage.
He's like, this is held up even at that range.
Yeah.
And that was really far at that point.
And even when he gets back up, you can tell
He's
it's
hurt.
like kind of withered.
I mean, that's kind of like you get shot with a bulletproof vest on.
Yeah.
That motherfucker still hurts. It ain't like it's supposed to be impenetrable, yeah, but you gonna have your chest gonna be fucking bruised. Your stomach gonna be bruised.
Right.
Definitely. But he says we'll wait till dark because she has the high ground.
Right.
She'll wait for them to make a move. So they wait till dark.
Right.
To do it.
Mm-hmm.
And Mando's like, all right, well, I got, what are they called? They were called flash, like flash canisters or something?
I'm looking at my notes. Flash charges.
Flash charges, right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
So he's like, there's 2 flash charges.
Mm-hmm.
We'll go at night. And he goes, all right. It becomes nighttime, and Toro had first watch.
Mm-hmm.
First night watch till it got dark. And he tries to wake Mando up, and he's like fucking around with him, which was funny. I was like, he's doing all this fucking goofy shit, like twirling his gun around, like doing fucking.
We thought he was asleep.
He's like,
he said, yeah.
Mando out of nowhere is just like,
Are you done?
Are you done? Like, can we move now? Dude, that shit was funny as hell.
I thought that was cool.
Yeah. So they, as they're riding, he says you have to use the flash charges in between her shots.
Right.
So Mando shoots his first one, and it blinds the thermal scope. That's why they have the flash charges.
Right.
So she's not going to be able to see. Obviously, They shoot it off, and it fucking blinds her. She's like, ah! Takes her whole fucking helmet off and everything.
Right.
And that's when I saw my beautiful ex-wife. She's
gorgeous.
Gorgeous.
Wow. She was really good looking. I was like, wow, holy shit.
Yeah.
And she's badass. That's dope.
Well, yeah. So, I mean, she's a fucking high-end mercenary.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a badass.
Yeah, dude.
I'll be her wife. She's kind of like, it's like opposite John Wick, dude. Like, instead of me being the badass, she'll be the badass, and I'll be the one with cancer. Sorry, that was kind of deep. But as they're riding and they're going back and forth with the flash charges, fucking Toro's stupid ass decides to shoot it out of nowhere, and it doesn't go off, and that causes her to have an opening to where she blasts the fuck out of Mando's speeder. His speeder is fucking done for. He can't ride anywhere, and then because he's a nice guy, he shoots another flash charge. Mm-hmm. So she couldn't shoot Toro. Right. And as that happens, she comes back and zooms in right on Mando. And I'm saying they're probably like 60, 70 yards away from each other. Blast Mando right in the chest. Like directly in the chest.
With the Beskar.
With the Beskar armor, and it did nothing to the armor.
Yeah, he like falls down. And
he falls down and he gets fucked up. Yeah, but that gave Toro enough time to sneak up on Fennec.
Right.
On the sniper, on her.
They have a fight sequence here where Calican and Fetz both fight each other, the sniper and Mando's compadre here. And
Toro's a bitch.
Yeah,
he's got a little bit of training.
He's so late.
No experience. None.
They basically
he hip tosses the motherfucker pretty nice, but he's a bum.
He's a bum.
He's a fucking bum.
So he basically
he wants like credit for shit.
Yeah, he's a fucking bum.
He's a bum.
Typical bum.
Fucking bum.
So he
bum
basically
ass.
Gets in this fight. He gets bested, and then Mando comes up out of nowhere, points a blaster to Fetz's face, and is like, thanks for the distraction. Fetz basically says, like, I haven't seen a Mandalorian in a long time. They escort her back to the speeder bike.
Yeah.
I say bike.
Bike.
Because Mando doesn't have one anymore.
Got blown the fuck up.
Mando basically says, like, we gotta find that dew claw from earlier. Calican says, like, I'm not going.
The Dewback.
Sorry, I said
Dew Claw is a brewing company in Maryland.
What an idiot I am.
Sometimes.
I'm talking like Yoda. Anyway, so they gotta find the Dewback. Mando goes to find it. Calican stays back with the speeder bike and watches over Fetz.
You keep calling her Fetz?
Her name is
Fennec.
I know, but
what's her last name?
I don't know. I just call her Fetz. Fuck it.
I was wondering why. I was like, who the fuck?
It's fine.
I know who you're talking about. We're talking about the female. The female's ass.
Her name's Fetz.
Her name's Fennec. You want to fight about it?
No. All right, I'll call her Fett.
Can't do that. She's not related to
Fennec, then.
There you go.
Jesus Christ.
Her name. Thank you.
For 30 minutes, I've called her the wrong name. Great.
And then every time I'm just like, who the fuck is he talking about? Oh yeah, he's talking about the video.
Fennec is what I'm talking about, everybody. Jesus Christ. I'm looking at my notes to see where we actually are.
It's when he goes to find the Dewback, and he gets left, but with the speeder and her.
Yeah, the sun's coming up. Fennec is trying to convince Calican to let her go. She somehow knows that the Mando took on the guild and pitches that to Calican.
Episode 3.
Right. The situation at the end there with Carl Weathers and shit.
Where he's blowing up the whole fucking town.
Yeah, we don't even have to, like, go into all of that bull. But anyway, she pitches that. Calican basically says, fuck y'all, I'm gonna go for Mando then.
Well, that's because Fennec basically explains, like, the armor that Mando's wearing is worth more than her bounty. She said, I can still make my rendezvous point.
Right.
And she'll pay you double.
Right.
And that's when Toro again was like, I don't care about the money.
Yeah.
Because he wants the fame and he wants to be a legend. And Fennec's like, well, your name's going to be known. Not only are you getting into the guild, but you're going to be the most known in the guild, because if you turned in Mando and the Baby Yoda,
big bounty.
Oh, dude, that's probably the biggest bounty in the universe.
Big bounty
at that time.
Yeah.
That he would get not only paid, but the fame behind that would be fucking crazy.
Right.
Because every single bounty hunter has a bounty on him.
Right.
Has the bounty out. Every single one. Doesn't matter low, high, skilled, unskilled.
Right.
Every single one has that. And he's like, well, and she actually offers to help him.
Right.
And he shoots her. Kills her.
Like a bitch.
Right there. It's like, I don't need your fucking help.
Thanks for the tip. And goes off and tries to find Mando.
D.E.D. dead.
We cut to black. The Mando comes back with the Dewback. Yep. And
sees her dead.
Sees that she's dead. Leaves her there. Comes back to the repair shop. It's quiet. He's greeted by a bloodthirsty Toro.
He's also gun drawn. He's also blaster drawn. So he knows.
He
knows something's up.
Yeah. Toro has the repair woman, and
we never got her name.
Yeah, and Baby Yoda hostage. He tells him to drop his blaster
and put his hands up.
Yeah,
like regular police protocol. Put down the weapon. Put your hands above your head.
Yeah, and then tells the repair woman to cuff Mando. Mando flash charges him.
Still has one of the flash charges in his hand. That was cool.
Yeah, when she's going to cuff him.
When he was going like this, I'm like, he's got something. He's got something either behind his helmet, under his helmet, something or other. I'm like, he's going to do something. 100%.
And
lo and behold, he still got his fucking flash charge. That was cool.
the repair woman's like, "You're way smarter than you look," which was cool.
Yeah.
I like that.
And he shoots it off.
Yeah, he flash charges him and then blasts him. Baby Yoda's all right.
He's all right.
Thank God.
Thank the Force.
If something happens.
Thank
something
the,
happens to
thank
Baby
the-
Yoda, I
thank
will
the Force.
fucking kill someone. The repair woman picks him up, makes sure he's okay. Mando dumps a crazy amount of credits into her pocket. He's like, "Does this cover me for the repairs?" Her face.
Oh my God, dude.
Her face in this instance, I'm like, that was way more than
That was
she
a
wanted.
lot of money.
Yeah.
I don't even know what it was, dude. It was like little bars.
He has no.
I'm trying to see
concept.
like how
It looked like a gold ring. Too.
they kind of looked like the size of like two Kit Kats sitting next to each other.
Yeah.
But like gold.
Look at a lot.
But straight gold.
Yeah.
Bars.
So
Bars on bars of that.
she was like, "Fuck yeah, dude, taking this money."
Yeah.
So Mando pays her, and then basically leaves the planet.
Yeah.
We cut to black.
Kind of. I mean, it doesn't really cut. You see him leaving,
Yeah.
and then it cuts directly to Fennec's body.
Yeah. And
Dude.
we go to where she's laying dead. We hear
Footsteps
a droid
and
noise,
Like,
which
dude, it sounded like I don't want to say like an R2 because like an R2 droid wasn't
know.
there.
Yeah,
It wasn't there.
know.
You would have seen it because
It's a droid.
It's a droid, 100%. It made the beep boop beep boop beep beep
Right.
boop beep boop beep.
It's a droid. We hear cowboy foot noises.
Kind of sounds like he's got spurs on his boots. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right.
Exactly. The legs, we only see the legs
And the cape.
and the cape.
That's it.
The legs kneel down towards the character, and then it cuts to credits.
Yeah.
And that's it. That's episode 5.
I know.
So we got 15 minutes to pretty much sum up what we think of the episode.
I'm
Max.
giving that episode a 5
Out of 10?
out of 10. There were things that I liked. There were things that were fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Introduced 2 brand new characters. Kill them same episode. Little irritated. This ain't Game of Thrones. This is Disney. Right? I thought Fennec was going to have a lot more to do in there. And I thought Toro was still going to be alive.
I knew that she was going to die. I didn't think he was.
I did not think Toro was going to die.
Yeah, neither did I. I don't know, man.
I'm giving that a 5, and I'll tell you why. The cantina looked like shit. I'm completely giving the
Go ahead.
an
Yeah,
an
go
entire
off.
point down.
Go off.
An entire point down out of 10. I was
Okay.
originally, if I were to make that aside, it'd be like a 7. It wasn't as action packed. The introducing scene with the gunfight was fucking awesome.
Right.
They couldn't have done anything better.
Right.
100%. Couldn't have done anything better. The repair lady and her little droids, funny as shit, cool. I don't know. It didn't pique my interest. Like the dude's trying to get into a guild.
Yeah.
Fresh new shit.
Right.
Fresh new clothes. That's not what you want to see. You want to see somebody that's beaten up and weathered. You know, and seasoned. Like a seasoned fucking veteran. Like you know what you're doing.
So you didn't like his character?
I didn't.
Yeah.
No.
I didn't really either.
I didn't like his character. The speeders to me, and when I mean speeders. The anything that had to do with the speeders was the best part of the show.
Right.
The best part of the episode. Everything
Yeah.
else nothing else really piqued my interest.
There's a lot of highs and lows in this episode for me. And for me, like the episode's kind of like dramatic lows where I'm like, Jesus Christ, like come on, let's pick it up. And then when the highs are on, it's like one of those things where it's great, but this episode for me probably got a 7. I'm really biased when it comes to Star Wars.
I know.
I know. So that's
I'm not,
why I
right?
know.
And when Matt's usually here, and he's definitely not either, because he's not a big Star Wars fan.
I
am a Star Wars fan,
opinion, yeah.
just not as much as you.
Right.
So there is no biased opinion with that. I'll tell you if it's a piece of shit. And then half of that episode, half of that 30-minute, 20-second episode was fucking terrible to me.
Yeah.
All the graphics wise, awesome.
Right.
There's a point. Speeder, there's a point. Beginning fight scene, there's a point.
Right.
Shit, that's only 3. So during that, the repairwoman did say you're a lot smarter than you look, right? And he showed that. He showed that his seasoned attitude and like thought out plan, it worked.
Okay.
He said you're a good diversion.
Right.
Snuck up on her, has a blaster on her.
Yeah.
Done. Got the job done.
Right.
Almost.
Right. I was gonna be like, you got 2 more you gotta come up with.
I like the introduction of two brand new characters. One that's a fucking badass, and one that's nyeh. So I'm gonna give that a 5, and I'm not gonna take away a point for them inevitably dying.
What about an added point because you ended at 6, right? Or no, 5.
No, I ended at 5. That was my 5,
So,
and then I didn't take away a point for them dying. Same episode.
I thought you said 6. Oh.
Did I?
I thought so. I was going to be like, you could give a point to homage to the old, like, planet, Tatooine.
Oh,
Sea
yeah,
of
yeah,
Tusken
yeah.
Raiders.
I will. Oh, yes. Yeah, all right. So,
you know what I mean?
if I didn't say 6, I'll say 6.
Right.
0.5.
Yeah.
I'll say 6.5.
Right. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, you could say, like, it's one of those things where, like, there's things about the episode I really like, and then there's things about the episode where I'm like, oh, man, like, what the fuck? Like, this is dragging on.
Yeah.
So, to me, the episode's better than episode 2,
Yeah, I said that.
but that's about it.
Yeah.
Everything else, I'm like, I like episode 3, 4, 1, 2.
So in order, episode 2 is at the fucking bottom.
Yeah.
Episode 5, called The Gunslinger, which had nothing to do with a gunslinger. There's my fucking other point, and then there's my deduction of a point. Another one.
Yeah.
That got me so hyped to see a fucking straight blaster battle with somebody else who's as well trained and well versed and well seasoned with a blaster as Mando and everybody else.
And when you say blaster battle,
I'm thinking
people,
like fucking Wild Wild West 6-shooter fucking standoff.
When people who have seen this series who are with us in episode 5 right now, it's one of those things where it's like, when I hear Gunslinger is the title, I'm thinking in episode 1 showdown, like
the cantina,
right?
But he didn't really use his blaster.
It was not like that.
No, it was not like that. There was no fight scenes,
right?
Except for Fennec and Toro.
Yeah. My 7
straight Dukes. I'm sorry.
Yeah, my
Did not enjoy
7
it.
is all of your points. The nostalgia point.
Yeah, that was really cool. I do have to admit that was awesome that they were on Tatooine.
And just the factor of leaving on a cliffhanger, like who is that guy?
Is that the Gunslinger?
I
Don't
know.
fucking name the episode The Gunslinger.
See, but this is the thing. If it's the dude I think it is.
Yeah, who do you think it is?
Well, I think it's Bane. You don't know who that is.
I do not.
Is
that in Clone Wars?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm still watching that.
So
I'll figure out who that
you'll
is.
see him, and he's amazing.
You know who he kind of reminds me of? Remember Borderlands 3? The black guy, the only black guy that's pretty much in it.
Yeah.
I forget what his fucking name is.
He's got
He's got all the Jacobs weapons. He's got the fucking 6-shooters. That's who I think of. It just reminded me of that. I don't know
Ronan?
No.
Maybe? No.
That's in fucking Guardians of the Galaxy, brother.
Damn! Alright, well, I don't know. I don't remember
sorry,
his name.
continue with yours because
No,
I cut
you're
you
fine.
off.
Anyway, yeah, so that was the end of the episode and shit. My 7, like I said, I'm a Star Wars bias bitch. Like, I liked things that I saw. I think the episode was filmed really well.
It was.
Thought the cinematography was great.
I can't let that get past.
Right, but
the action that I wanted
story
to see.
of the episode in general, yeah, it was lackluster.
Very.
For sure.
Yeah.
I don't know. Where's he going at the end? Where's he fucking going?
Why does he have a reason to leave?
Because people are hunting him.
What reason does he have to leave? I mean, not
yeah,
really.
except, well, yeah. I'm like, yeah.
Toro didn't say anybody was coming. He wouldn't have called anybody because he wants that fame.
I guess, like, from, like, a perspective of, like, a bounty hunter, it's more along the lines of, like, well, he's from the guild.
Gotta keep moving.
Like, the guild knows he's here because he has a bounty pot, so I gotta leave.
Right, but it's not for him.
It doesn't matter. The guild's there. And he's a traitor. So, like, if the guild comes there or someone finds out about him from the guild, he's fucked, like he was in this episode. So I get that. But at the same time, the episode was just a little lackluster for me.
Yeah.
But, you can't nail them all. I
Legit,
get it.
though. Like, where's he going?
I don't know. I have no idea where he's going. And
not a clue.
In that instance, that's kind of when the episode ended. I'm like, where are you going?
That's why at the end I'm like, why did Mando come back to her body?
Yeah.
Can he still deliver the bounty?
I don't know. No, Mando didn't come back. That's not Mando at the end.
I know it's not.
Yeah.
But like first thoughts, I hear somebody walking, see somebody coming up, I'm like, all right, maybe fucking Mando came back to get her, put her in the freezer, the carbonite, and turn her in because hot or cold, bounty's turning in.
If that's Bane, hold on. Hold on. I just want to do something really fucking quick. Because Cad Bane. If it's this guy, when you see him in Star Wars,
oh my god, dude, he looks like he'd be an outlaw or like a gunslinger.
This guy in Clone Wars is a badass.
What season?
Hands
do you know?
down. Huh?
What season?
I don't know. He's like sprinkled in, and then he becomes a big main part.
Okay.
It's dope.
I'm excited to see it then.
But if it's him, I'll freak out. That's dope.
Yeah.
All in all, though, for me, did this lower the series for me?
No. I'll say that. No, it didn't. Not
so
for me.
it's a null point.
It's a null point because 3 other episodes were a hell of a lot better than this one.
And it wasn't as bad as 2.
No. Exactly. So I think I left off at what, a 7? From last week, I think I was still at a 7.
Yeah.
So I'm going to stay a 7 for the entire series for 5 episodes.
I think I was at a 7, and for me right now, it's a 7 still.
Okay.
So.
No real difference, but the fact that this episode, as you said, was just lackluster. If it had like more shit to it, because this episode 5 was not like 1, 2, 3, or 4.
No.
Where it had one long plot. It was a
median.
It had one long plot instead of cut here, cut here, cut here, cut here, and cut here for completely different parts of the story.
100%.
This is one full story that was summed up in 30 minutes and 20 seconds and is completely over.
Yeah.
Like, are they going to return to this episode?
I don't know.
Somehow?
No, he's
besides
gonna go to
the last, 7 seconds we see of possibly the gunslinger.
He's going to another planet.
He's got to, obviously. Yeah. Ship's fixed. Pays her a lot of fucking money.
3 episodes left. We'll see what happens. I don't know. I'd love to see some big ass showdowns in the next couple episodes.
I need to see some fucking action. Or this series for me is just gonna keep going down.
I think you won't until the last one. I think the next 2 are gonna be build up with slight action.
I feel like this next one's gonna be build up, and 7's gonna be like semi filler,
right?
Semi
action,
action-ish, ish. Not as much action, but as like information and I guess chase.
That's a good prediction.
As I'm gonna say,
I like it.
You heard it here first, people.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that's the episode. Go ahead and roll the intro music, and I'll get us out of here. Fuck yeah. Alright, that was Roaches in review. I slurred my speech because I'm drunk as fuck.